Hello everybody, it's Richard from Skatehut and I'm here with Em and Aaron from Skatebuddies. Okay, so you guys started up Skatebuddies. When did you guys set that all up?
So I started Skatebuddies in June.
Yeah.
I think it was June, yeah, June.
So really recently then?
Really recently, and it's absolutely skyrocketing. We started doing the Skatebuddies in the community.
Yeah.
So it was locally us from like Birmingham, then we had the London guys rolling.
Wow.
And then it kind of started going out from there. So we're actually currently now national. We have our first skateboard in Wales.
Wow, okay.
Yeah,
nice.
so that's like, it's growing in that, in respects to that.
So this all sort of came out just after the pandemic and lockdown, I
did.
guess. Yeah, which is probably a really good timing, I guess, for a lot of people because everybody's coming out of it just thinking, like, what can I do now? And I think roller skating is obviously taken up massively.
It has, yeah, roller skating. I mean, when I started skating initially was when we had the other lockdown. So when we was like really locked down, the city was just, so I used to go up to Cannon Hill Park and that's where I found Skate Brum and I started to skate. And I think from the moment I woke up to when I went to sleep, I was skating.
Yeah.
So I found like the true freeness and understanding of how it helps my mental health, my well-being, my fitness in that time.
Yeah.
And then Skatebuddies was kind of derived off that. So how can I offer what I've experienced?
Yeah. Oh, that's really good. Now, I know Cannon Hill Park quite well and the Mac.
Most people do, hopefully.
Yeah, I was a student around there. I lived on Cannon Hill Road.
Okay.
So I know it very well. Is that
sometimes I do.
So for anybody watching locally, they're probably like, oh yeah, I know, just behind the cricket ground.
That's right, yeah.
Is that your hub then? Is that like your base camp?
Yeah, that's base. That's where that's where the family begins. And even if we've got our own little things, but that's where initially where it started.
It's that, I think that's the space where everyone walks into.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow.
Yeah, it is a nice space.
Like you see yourself in, even though everyone's so different.
Yeah.
It's like you automatically, if you put a pair of skates on your feet and it gives you that grin.
Yes, yeah.
When you go in and you see everyone.
Yeah, it's just so wide open. It's like an oasis in the middle of the city,
literally.
Yeah,
so
it's really nice.
It's mad.
Yeah. So what's been your ultimate goal? What's been like your mission when starting off Skatebuddies? What made you start?
Well, to be honest, it's changed now.
Right.
When I first started Skatebuddies, it was just an initial thought of like wanting to offer the experience to help people kind of come into the skate community for those, because there's sometimes people will pass and they'll be like, they might say something or they might not say something and they don't know who to speak to. So I just thought it'd be kind of cool to have people in the community and bring them in.
Yeah.
But then that changed when we had then the collaboration with Iris, with Bert's Associates, with Iris, and doing the performance for the Birmingham Fest 23.
Oh, okay.
So since that time now, we now have a performance crew. And the performance crew does the same thing around mental health. It's also around having that space for us to be together. It's a safe space that they can grow, and it doesn't matter about their skating ability. They could have started skating 2 weeks ago, but we will find a way to incorporate that within what we're doing in the performance so that they can also grow.
Yeah.
So then off the back of that, we've had contacts with the Mac, which has been extremely great because we skate down Cannon Hill Park all the time.
Yeah.
But then we can't put our skates on, you know what I mean, in the Mac, and we're like, we want to get in there. And they've been absolutely lovely.
Oh, bro.
They've been so great in having us in, welcoming us, and they're now a part of our skate community because we'll be doing some taster sessions down there. October 21st.
Yeah.
So that will be great because then the skate community is going to be inside the Mac and we're going to be doing some amazing things. And we've got schools and youth centres. So it's been...
Yeah. Sounds like something for everybody then. So you say you have performers. I'm interested. What is the performances like? What do you do?
We're not even...
We're not professional performers. I'll let him...
When we had our little thing with the BBC, it literally, the lady came in and straight away she was like, right, where's like all of the actual... Like she's in, well, I think there was 4 or 5 of us in there. Yeah. But because we all had these jumpers on. Yeah. She was like, well, where's the the actual skate community? And then we was like, we are the community. Yeah. And it's mad because when you see the performances, like we try to, that performance we've done, more than anything, it tried to implicate like the skate journey coming into the skate world. So it wasn't difficult. Yeah. So literally anybody who put on a pair of skates could have figured it out, and there was a couple of people that even while they was doing it, they was like, I'm not comfortable, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
But
We worked together.
it happened, and they managed to do it, and they still might not have felt like they was doing it 100% right,
Yeah.
but it fitted for what we was trying to do, because it was more than anything, it was like telling a story of
Yeah.
coming into that community.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah,
so,
it
so,
works.
so there's community at the heart there, and then I think there's also the main goal around mental health, isn't there, and improving mental health. And I think that we definitely see this with roller skating, that it's helped loads and loads of people, and especially coming out of the pandemic. I think that there's something about roller skating in itself that just makes people really happy, and kind of there's that serotonin release. Like they're just like, even if they're like, even myself, I can't skate for anything, but I was going down roller jam the other day and I just couldn't help but grin. I was just like going around, I was just like, I'm rubbish, but this is so much fun. And I think it is that freedom, and I think it has helped lots and lots of people. So I think, has that been one of your main success stories, just helping loads and loads of people just with their mental health?
I think I am the success story in itself, and all the people that I'm around, in the sense that I had a really bad mental health breakdown, and skating has helped me come into a space around people in the community. It's helping me to deal with my anxieties. Sitting here right now, like, this is all new. So, do you know what I mean? So it's definitely been something that I know and can and will. And I think the people now that I'm coming into contact with through just doing the performances, through having the performance crew, and them just saying, like, you know, how it's helped them because they've pushed past things and they never thought they'd do. And
It's because of that joy, as you say yourself. You can't skate, but when you try it, you can't help but smile and laugh. We've been skating in places, and like we were skating outside the Sainsbury's. And it was hilarious because we wasn't even really doing any fancy, but we was just messing around. And there was a guy that jumped out his van, and he was going to the cash point, and he jumped out his van, but he was that fixated on what we was doing, and while he was going, it was like, wow, it was brilliant. He missed the cash point by about 10 feet. He
walked into a lamppost.
It's because, and even when he hit, it was still smiling like this. And it's, for me, it's so transferable, and to the point of you don't even have to be skating yourself to have that, to feel that
feel the joy.
So,
well, I know if I saw anyone roller skating, I'd turn and be like, oh, okay, that's fair play.
It makes you smile. Literally makes you smile.
So I think the two aspects there is like there's the mental health, and then there's obviously the community. And I imagine you've met loads and loads of people. April being one of them. Shout out to April, our
shout out
sponsor.
to Great Skate.
Who has facilitated this as well. So she's part of the crew as well.
She
so
is. And she's been doing some amazing stuff, and she's out there. She's working. You know what I mean? It's nice to see, like, and just have people that actually come to me, because a lot of the people that are skateboarders, I haven't had to ask them to be skate. They've come to me like, look, I'm seeing what you're doing. I want to get involved. How can I get involved? So it's been amazing.
So it's all happened quite naturally and organically.
Very
grown,
much so.
We've got Silver Surfer. We've got a guy from one of the guys from London. He's a content creator.
Amazing skater.
Amazing, literally. And because he's slightly younger, he brings in a lot of the young crowd.
Right, great.
And which is good, because it's about trying to
bring
the
the generations
together. So he's that little bridge then between the older skaters and the younger skaters as well. But it is having him as a skateboarder.
Brilliant.
It helps.
Great. So you say you're sort of going national now, but what does the future hold? Where do you see it going? The $1 million question.
Like, I see this going all over the world. Like, we've we've got plans. I think. Well, I know BJ's got plans, so I know we want to work together as a community to make everything happen.
Because I'm a skateboarder, but I also have my own. I run a lot of street skates. So I've got I've got a skate clothing line that I run as well.
Right. Okay.
Which,
do you want to plug it?
Birmingham Street Skaters.
We got it.
literally, basically, because I do a lot of street skating as well.
Okay.
It's all reflective prints, so naturally, at the minute I've just started doing our own personalisation. So literally, if you want to say you wanted a jumper, you send me a picture of yourself.
Oh, nice.
I make a little silhouette and I put you on the back of your jumper. But it's good because we've got so many different people involved in skateboarders, but then there's loads of branches off as well. So it's
all coming together to do something.
We've got our jam plugs guy.
Yeah.
Literally,
Custom jam plugs.
he's just like literally. He made some spark plugs the other day, and we was out at an event, and literally anytime, literally, just to see people, where's the fire coming off the fire? It's mad, but it's because we've in our little circle already. There's so many different people who involved in. It's still involved in skating, but different aspects of where they want to go. So all together, we've kind of got almost everything.
Yeah, I think in terms of, I think I was speaking with Aaron about it earlier, but like in terms of like skateboarders and our collaborations moving forward, Community Unite skateboarders are going to be coming together to do something in terms of like women and creating safe spaces for women.
Okay.
We're going to have the schools as well. Hopefully we're going to have contact with funding collaboration that I'm trying to get sorted out for some urban sports with a Birmingham City Council Youth Centre called Concord. They're an amazing centre that is located in Sparkbrook.
Yeah. Cashew members.
Yes, they're located in Sparkbrook, and they like work with young people, and so we want to kind of work with them in the community as well. So we're kind of happy to be here today, you know, because we're hoping we can do that with.
We obviously want to help where we can as well. Yeah, hopefully we can help with any kind of equipment and things like that. So it sounds like everything's happening organically, everything's growing naturally, which is just fantastic. It just shows how popular this is. Is there anyone you really want to give a shout out to in particular for helping? Obviously, sometimes we do this and people just reel off names after names, and we have to have like a big long list.
Do you know what? I think from the beginning we have to start at where it started in the beginning. It has to be Skate Brum. Shout out to Carl. Yeah. Carl and his wife Margaret, because that's where we all started and we're based. I think after that I have to give out a shout out to all my skate buddies. So we've got Aaron, we've got Spiritual Buddy, there's Ezzy. Gosh, there's Mickey, Rico, Affy.
Are these guys all on that? Do they have their own IG? Can we tag them? You'll have to say them every time.
We've got one here, we've got a skateboarder here, Stasia. So shout out to all my skateboarders, shout out to Iris, shout out to the Mac, to everybody at, you know, the West Midlands, Rollout, everybody at Rollout, so Dino, the whole skate community, just everybody that's helped, supported, and that's continuing to do so on this journey.
And you guys finally.
And you guys.
Shout out to us.
High five to Skatehut.
Brilliant. Well, we're happy to have you here. So I think finally, it's just kind of like, what message would you give to anybody who is either looking to start getting into either roller skating or even skateboarding or anything like that to do with sports, but they're a bit, I don't know, and people who might be struggling a bit with mental health and they just need that extra push? What would you kind of say to them?
I think when it comes to the mental health and an extra push, I think the one piece of advice I could always give, and it's coming from a place of experience, don't give up on yourself. I think it's really easy sometimes that we can just give up, because sometimes it does feel really difficult to try something new and tread a path that you haven't trodden before. Yeah. But it's okay, like especially when you find a community like us, it's a safe space, like we'll help you walk that path. So just don't give up.
Oh, brilliant. That's a good message. Yeah. You recently published a video, or released a video, Why Aren't You Smiling, at the Mac. How did that go?
Do you know what? That went great. We first did that performance at the Birmingham Fest 23, and we called it Why Aren't You Smiling because the song that we did that to was by Janae Aiko, and it's called WAYS. Why Aren't You Smiling?
I think I saw it. I saw him talking about it and plugging it. Yeah. It looked great,
that's been a song for me along my journey that's really helped. And when I got into contact with Iris, because they was asking for performers in the community, and somebody spoke to me, Dalroy spoke to me, he said, you know, someone wants me. I was like, oh, okay, cool, I'll do it. Yeah. When I actually met with Iris, she said, no, I need somebody to lead this. And I was like, oh, okay. So we had a kind of conversation about what it was that she was looking for, and then I kind of went away and I put together the performance and then looked at the song. We also got some of the skateboarders on the song. Shout out to Marley, because Marley, the producer of the music, he kind of just put that together, got their voices on there so that they were also involved in that performance. But like we said earlier, like the skating side of it, it shows you your journey. But in terms of mental health, it shows that struggle that you go through. One by yourself in the beginning, that struggle when everything external is just on you and breaking you down. You don't know the wood through the trees. Then you get to a point where you're kind of standing on your feet, but you're still in that whirlwind. But you're finding things, you've got someone to grab onto or somebody that's holding you up. And then that last part of the performance where we're in the skate community now, that's where that support is. And then you're able to find yourself, plant your feet and do your own thing.
You've always got someone trying to show you and help you.
Yeah.
So there's a proper narrative there then
Yeah.
of what you had in that video.
Yeah.
That's good.
I don't think I started it out that way, but then when I kind of wanted to think about, I kept listening to the song and I said to myself, how can I translate a real journey that everybody goes through in whatever way they go through their journey, because we all have hard times. We come upon trials, tribulations.
I think the crazy part is as well, even doing the actual the process of learning the little performance. There were so many skaters who actually went through that feeling of actually
100%.
just having to do the performance because
Itself,
we're not performers. None of us had been on stage.
Just normal
on
people.
skates before. Yeah,
Like you and me,
it was like there's still like after we've done it, there's shout out to Dino who does rollout. Literally, he said to me, "I don't know how you've done that because I couldn't." And for him to say that to me, I'm like, he's one of the people that I watched when I started skating and was like,
I know those routines.
yeah, like even still now, like literally, he is the man. He literally he does all the routines. But so for him to say, I don't know how you done that, it's like. But and it's none of us were performers, so we all went through that exact feeling of the song of what it portrayed, literally just to get into the performance.
Brilliant. What's next? Are you doing another video very soon? Or
no, we're not doing any more videos or anything at the moment.
Okay.
We are hoping that we can screen the film again that we've done in association with Bert's Associates, Rollout Brum, because that's the kind of the beginning, the introduction into the skate community, into who we are, into our world. So we're hoping that we can do something that furthers that, and they are doing a podcast as well, I know. So yeah, there's stuff on that side definitely that's going to be coming out.
So still very busy.
No, it's just trying to get now. Obviously, we've got the taster sessions coming at the Mac. If we can get something going constant in there, then it's
get out there in the community.
Okay, well, for anyone interested, I'm sure you'll be able to find Skate Buddies down at the Mac. Down by Cannon Hill Park in Birmingham, but you can see these guys on IG as well, so on Instagram if you want to start following them. But yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure having you guys in. So thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thanks for watching.